When Navy SEAL Will Chesney first encountered a military working dog named Cairo, he had no idea that this seemingly ordinary canine would come to embody extraordinary courage and loyalty. Cairo was not just a dog, he was a warrior, one who would walk alongside Chesney into the heart of danger, a silent hero who would later become the only non-human member of the U.S. military to raid Osama bin Laden's compound. Their story was never meant to be, yet it became a bond forged in the heat of battle, one that transcended the line between man and beast. It was 2008 when Chesney, eager to join the ranks of Navy SEAL dog handlers, received his first lesson: these dogs were not pets. They were lethal weapons, meticulously trained to be instruments of war. Despite that cold reality, Chesney, a self-proclaimed dog lover, understood that the bond between handler and dog was profound, something far deeper than simple obedience. And yet, as he met Cairo, he was less than thrilled. Cairo wasn't the playful, friendly dog Chesney had imagined. That dog was Bronco, a dog that seemed easier to love. But Cairo? Cairo was distant, focused solely on work. Even when told by his instructor, "You're getting Cairo. He's the right dog for you," Chesney remained indifferent. "Okay, cool," he shrugged, unsure of the path before him. Little did he know, this dog would change his life forever. Their training began at a camp in California, and within days, Chesney and Cairo formed an unshakable bond. By the second night, the two were sharing a bed, though Cairo's insistence on snuggling and hogging the blanket made for a restless night. Still, that bond was undeniable. Cairo, with his unrivaled skill and unwavering loyalty, was soon to become the heartbeat of every mission. Cairo's training was intense and varied. He learned to jump out of airplanes, track explosives, sniff out weapons, and attack with precision. But perhaps the most profound lesson came when they deployed to Afghanistan in June 2009. It was there, amidst the chaos of war, that Chesney would learn just how extraordinary Cairo truly was. While every soldier worried about their safety, Chesney's greatest concern was how Cairo would react in the heat of battle. Cairo wasn't just a trained attack dog, he was an animal capable of distinguishing right from wrong. On one mission, as the team raided a compound in the dead of night, a baby was accidentally left behind by its parents, hidden under layers of blankets. Under night vision goggles, the scene was nearly impossible to see. Yet Cairo, with his sharp instincts, sniffed out the child, walked past it, and attacked a male target with savage precision. The child, untouched, lay there safely. Chesney could hardly believe it. Cairo had been trained to recognize threats, but no one had taught him to distinguish between a child and an adult. And yet, Cairo knew. He instinctively understood the difference between good and evil, life and death. Their bond grew even deeper that summer when, in the heat of battle, Cairo was gravely injured. After tracking down insurgents, Cairo, without hesitation, dashed into danger, clearing stone walls and darting into the trees. But when Chesney called for him to return, the dog, bleeding heavily from a gunshot wound, staggered back toward him, collapsing in his arms. He was a SEAL, as much a part of the team as any man. Chesney didn't leave his side. Through gritted teeth, Cairo fought to stay alive, and thanks to the quick actions of medics and combat surgeons, he pulled through. Despite his injuries, Cairo would later return to active duty, and in March 2011, when a mission to capture Osama bin Laden became a reality, Cairo was once again by Chesney's side. Though Cairo was nearing retirement, his warrior spirit could not be ignored. The mission, now known as Operation Neptune Spear, would change history, and Cairo would become an unwitting hero in the most significant raid of the century. As the SEALs stormed bin Laden's compound, Cairo's sharp instincts kept the perimeter secure while his handler, Chesney, focused on the mission. The night ended in victory, but not without sacrifice. Cairo had been there every step of the way, risking his life, just as his human counterparts did. Despite his invaluable role, Cairo would never receive the recognition he deserved. He was not awarded a Silver Star, despite his bravery, despite the sacrifices he made. But his legacy lived on. As the raid concluded, President Obama, in awe of Cairo's heroic actions, asked to meet the dog who had been as essential to the mission as any SEAL. Yet even in the wake of such triumph, the toll of war weighed heavily on Chesney. He returned to a life that felt incomplete without Cairo by his side. The dog had been his partner, his closest confidant in the darkest of times. As Chesney struggled with post-traumatic stress disorder, he found solace only in Cairo's presence. The bond they shared had saved him, and he was determined to never lose it. When the time came for Cairo to retire, Chesney feared losing him forever. Bureaucratic delays threatened to take Cairo from him, but after months of paperwork, the reunion was finally realized. But time, as it always does, had its way. Cairo, now an older dog, had seen too much. His health rapidly declined, and on April 2, 2015, Cairo passed away. Chesney wept as he held the paw of the dog who had saved his life, who had shared in the triumphs and tragedies of war. Though Cairo is no longer physically with Chesney, his spirit lives on. Cairo's ashes, encased in a canister adorned with his paw print, sit in a place of honor in Chesney's home. His legacy is forever etched in history, even if the medals and accolades never came. He's such a big part of history, Chesney reflects, and now, he's getting a book. It's better than a Silver Star. Cairo's story is one of unmatched courage, selflessness, and an unbreakable bond between man and dog. It is a story of war, yes, but it is also a story of love, of loyalty, sacrifice, and the unspoken understanding between two souls who, against all odds, became heroes together.